Good evening, everyone. Today we're going to continue our discussion on returns, charts using quant mode, and also using R to create uh, to measure to use technical analysis metrics. So this will be our outline for today. Let's have a discussion on the charts that can be used using quant mode. And then let's have a review of using quant mode to compute the returns of a single asset. And then uh, we'll look at how we can use another package called Performance Analytics to compute for the returns of a portfolio. And also use list apply and do that call to get the returns of a portfolio also. And lastly, second to the last, we'll have a very powerful package called qmao, quant mode add-on package, which is very powerful in in generating an object that will extract the prices of an asset and also the returns of an asset, of a portfolio of assets, of our group of assets. Then we go to technical analysis measures. All right, so let's start first with uh, with the plots. So we have downloaded this, we have installed these packages, quant mode, performance analytics, portfolio analytics. Those are the most important ones. We can put here TTR, although this is not needed. Okay, this is not needed because if you load quant mode, you'll also be able to load the dependency, which is its dependency, which is TTR. Now, may I just request you to try this qmao? Okay, kindly include qmao and then run this. Hopefully qmao is also loaded, but if not, we'll deal with that later on. Okay, but just try this first. Going to load this. And in my case, qmao will load already because I have already installed this. So if you're able to, may I just ask feedback from everybody? What happened to you loading these packages? The only package that we haven't loaded before is qmao. Now, I hope for all of you it will work. Okay, I'll just wait for some feedback from your end. Okay, so as I said, if the qmao package did not did not load, we'll address that later on. But be sure to load this quant mode, performance analytics. Those are the most important packages that we need now. Okay, and then we'll make use of these objects from 1998 to 0101. Okay, so let's run this. So I now have, I will now have these objects already here in my environment. Okay, there. Okay, so let's first go to the plotting. It's our first lesson for today. All right. So I'm going down here. Charting. Okay, so when we chart assets, stocks in quant mode, okay, it's a two-step process actually. So let me share this. The text first, Control C. to save on time. Okay. So it's a two-step process. And then the second step creates what we call an internal object called a chart object or a chum. Okay, so then it is then passed on to the main drawing function. And then that's what we see on screen. Okay, so why the two-step process? And the quant mode says that it is to allow a more impressive dynamic style chart additions or modifications. You'll observe that if we plot an asset in R, just making use of the regular plot function. Okay, for example, this one. Or maybe let's plot. Okay, so let me put here. Let's just use the ordinary plot function. Control Alt I, and then plot. And then let's see, AAPL. If I plot Apple plus, I think I discussed this with you last time, that it will generate a not so good plot. And you can see here what was plotted. What was plotted? What do you think was plotted? If we check the object Apple, okay, here, let's print, let's view it here. We know that there are 6 columns here: open, high, low, close, volume, and adjusted. And when we plot Apple, what was plotted? Could you kindly chat in the chat box, please? What was plotted? Clue class, clue. Take a look at the axis. Take a look at the axis. So what was plotted? Whether the left or the right.
Time
Consider,
series siya, sir.
yes, time series, but what? Kasi yung Apple time series yan, di ba? This one. This is a time series. This is an XTS object. So the index are all the time stamps. So everything here is a time series.
Volume,
Yeah,
volatility.
yeah, correct. Sorry, who's that?
Richard, sir, volume.
Yeah, Richard. Yeah, thank you, Richard. That's the volume. You're correct. How do you know it's a volume? Take a look at the magnitude. Diba? Times 10 to the 9th. So that's millions. Right? Eh, if you take a look at the data of Apple, hindi naman millions yung mga prices. In fact, yung mga first few days of 1998, cents lang siya, diba? Although, noong 2023 na, in hundreds siya, almost 200 na. But definitely, the plot that was generated only plotted. It plotted also the prices. However, they were so small and they were so out of scale that you can only see this black line here. So it's not really the x-axis. It's really a plot of the prices of the 5 other prices, yung open, high, low, close, and the adjusted. And since it's only using one axis, so talagang hindi makikita talaga, no? Okay, unless it used a secondary axis here, then it would have been more apparent. So making use of the regular plot function does not fare well for a time series like an XCS object, which consists of six columns, no? Yung open, high, low, close, adjusted, and the and the volume. Now we can make use of a chart function in quant mode like bar chart. Okay. Okay. Again, in the interest of time, I'll share with you the code. Okay. So we have here bar chart. So this is coming from the quant mode, just to remind us that sorry, this is a quant mode function, bar chart. So we have here identify the object, Apple, and then we can define theme. There are different themes that you can use. Okay, I leave you class to explore the other themes. And then we have to define bar dot type. Okay, what will be shown in the bars? And here we're defining high, low, and the close. So if we plot this, okay, what you'll see is, okay, not clearly seen, ano, kasi, ano to, from 1998 to, di ba? So, pero notice that the volume was separate. Naka-separate yung volume. Tapos, on the other uh, uh, part of the chart, you have the prices, and specifically the high, the low, and the close. Now let's subset this so that we can clearly see what's happening here. So let's just plot Apple, just the month of, say, let's make it 2023, and well, just this December of 2023. Same theme, okay? So we're just plotting one month of 2023. And then let's run this and see. Okay, now it's clearer here. So you have here a bar chart. So from your, did you learn how to interpret this class? The meaning of this? In your other subjects? If not class, okay, let's just quickly interpret. This is very easy naman. High, low, close lang naman to eh. So definitely class, the high will be the highest point here, right? And the close will be, what will be the close? It will be this horizontal bar here. That's the close, right? And the low will be the lower part. So very instructive. Sometimes the highest here and the close can be the same price or almost the same price. Okay? Or it can also be that the closing is the lowest price. So if you have a a plot, let me just quickly annotate this. If you have, for example, a bar chart where the horizontal bar is here, sorry about that, there, then this means that the, okay, that the lowest and the closing are the same. Okay, they intersect. Okay. Here, okay, this is just the same. Okay, this is just the same. So let's run this one, 2023, 12, but this time it's open, high, low, close. Now what's good about this is that unlike a regular plot or an ordinary plot, although you can plot also the open, high, low, close as separate files, separate plots here, in just one plot, you can have this four informations. If you run this, so you can see here that for this bar chart, okay, let me just use my digital pen. Okay. It's not here, I'm missing it. Anyway, so let's maximize this. Okay, take a look at this class. So again, somebody please explain what this means. Can you interpret this class? This bar chart here. Any volunteer?
I think that's Japanese candlestick, sir. So
Okay.
open is yung nasa left na
Yeah.
line,
Okay.
and then it went down and then went up, and then yung closing niya is yung nasa right.
Okay. And then what's the whole opening? What's the highest? The highest is of
Uh,
course the highest point here.
yeah.
And the oh wait. Uh okay, where's the opening and where's the uh
Opening
wait,
is yung left na
opening
line.
to, no?
Yep.
Tapos
Nag-range siya ng ano na higher and lower than the opening and close. And then nag-close siya higher than the opening. Yeah. Nag-close siya higher than the opening. So green siya.
okay.
As, as
So
opposed sa next.
saan yung opening natin dito? Kasi 4 points for ano to, no? This
Yung
one.
nasa, yung nasa left, sir.
So the left one is what?
Yung exact value, sir?
No. What's this? This one?
Yep. Opening
This is
siya.
the opening and this one is the
Closing.
closing. Okay, and then high and then
Low.
low. Okay. Now take a look at this orange one. Opening, this one class, left side, closing, right side, high and low. And it's colored orange because the opening is higher than the closing. It means that there was a drop in the price comparing the opening and the closing. So may use yung color code, no? Okay. In this case, this is the opening, this is the closing, this is the highest point, and the lowest point is the same as the closing. Yeah. Okay, so all the ones that are orange colored or red colored, okay, they tell us that prices went down, and all the green ones tell us that prices went up. Okay, so very informative. Okay, ginamit yung color scheming in order to give us information about the relationship between the opening and the closing. Okay? Not only color-wise, but also positional-wise. Makikita naman natin na the if the left arm, okay, this one is higher than the right arm, then that means this is a loss in the price. Okay, so it's in both counts, positionally and also color-wise, chromatically, we can see whether the price of the asset on that specific day went up or went down. Okay, so here for December 2023, year 2023, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Of the 22 or 20 or so trading days, okay, 11 times prices went up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 20 trading days for December kasi may New Year to, no? Okay, 9 days na prices went down. Okay, so the chart capability of quant mode is really good, no? So hindi lang not only bar chart, we can also create a candle chart, okay, which is quite similar to the bar chart. Nagkakaiba lang siya sa shape. Okay, let me chat this. Ay, hindi ko ba na-chat yung kanina? Sorry. Hindi ko pala na-chat yung kanina, no? Okay, this one, I forgot to click. Okay, then this one class. Same thing here. If we plot the whole period, which is from 1998 to 2023, Although kita natin class na may nakaseparate yung volume. Volume is separated and the prices are separated, plotted separately. Okay, so let's once again, let's also use 2023 white mono HLC. Let's also make this 2023. The difference between the bar chart and the candle chart. Okay, Control Enter is this one. Okay. So quite similar to the bar chart. Same thing here. Kasi hindi natin masyadong pag ano lang, pag white lang class, hindi apparent yung ano, yung which is the opening and which is the closing. So it's best, for example, gawin nating theme black. Pag theme black yung theme na gamitin natin, may color coding kasi yan. No? Pag black, kita natin yung, again, the green and the orange. Okay. So same thing, class, yung orange, it is it depicts a scenario where your opening is higher than your closing. So the asset, the stock closed lower. Yung green naman, the stock closed higher. So again, this is the lowest point, this is the highest point, this is the opening, this is the opening, okay, and this is the closing. Okay, so here, same thing here, open, close, low, and the highest is the same as the opening. Why did they say that this is the opening? The opening, this is colored orange, so the opening should be higher than the closing. So in all those assets where it's color coded as red or orange, the opening will be at the upper candle, okay, and then the lower part of the candle will be your closing. For the green one, it's the reverse, it's the opposite. Open and then close. And then for the week, it's the high and highest and lowest. Okay, quite self-explanatory. And we have here the volume traded. Okay, clear class to so far? Clear so far? Kindly feedback, please. Okay, good, thank you. Okay, if we want 1 year, sabi natin 2023, 01 until 2023. So this is 1 year. So December of 2023 na to. January. Okay, so it's a 1 year data, so hindi siya masyadong kita. But here, diba? Not so visible because it consists of around 250 plus trading days in 1 year. Yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you for your feedback. Okay, quite straightforward class, no? Sorry. Now for this one, okay, I don't think Uh, for this codes class, I'm going to share them with you. But of course, you know that there are other codes where I want you to be the one to write for practice. Just like for the technical indicators later, I would want you to write them on your own. Okay, so what will this do, class? If I run this, candle chart, apple, theme is equal to white, type is equal to, we can define the type, candles. You know how will this appear because this is for the whole year, a whole period, no? Just like the other one, this is from 1998 up to 2023. You can see how in 1998, Apple prices were very small relative to 2023. Okay, so we can rechart it instead of daily. We can make it as uh, we can change the major ticks. We can make this instead of daily. We can make it monthly. Major dot ticks is months, and then let's subset the first 16 weeks. So we have to run this together. Okay, and you can see how we can. This is an example of how we can navigate through the plots quant mode. There are many others, class, but uh, this is not really a plotting course, but we would like to uh, at least see the capability. So you can now see that the major ticks are now monthly. Okay. Okay, so what we just did was to rechart this, reformat this, and change the major ticks instead of making it daily to making it months. And then we just plotted the first 16 weeks, or that's the first 16 weeks is around 4 months, right? They're more or less 4 months. Okay. All right. We can also have the line chart, and the line chart is, of course, the least the least informative. Okay, the least informative kasi line lang siya, no? Hindi niya nakaka-capture yung the default well, it depends, no? If you don't identify, okay, we didn't identify here which is to be plotted, and the default is always the uh, before it was the closing. I'm not sure if they change it, no? Okay, so this is just an example of a line chart. Okay, for the white one here, okay. Okay, so let's not double into this that much. This is really very simple. So let me uh, okay, this one, okay, we can use the generic plot, which I mentioned a while ago, chart series, and then we just define what type. So this is a line, we can define the subset, and we can define the theme. Several examples here. So let's run this. This will only be for 2017. It will be a line chart, and then the theme is white background. Okay, or we can change it into a bar. Okay, type is equal to bar, and then this will be just from 2007 May up to June. Then white theme also will be a bar plot. Okay, same thing that we uh, had a while ago, and we can also define it to be a candle like this. Candlesticks just for the whole month of May, and let's make this black. Let's run this. Okay, same thing. All right. Okay, so quick review, we learned how to use the bar chart, the line chart, and even the candle. Okay, the candle chart, or you can make use of the chart series and just define what type of chart you're going to use. Is it a line, okay, or is it a bar, or is it a candlesticks? Okay, all right. So for this one, okay, let me now go here. Let's now go. Let's have a quick review of the uh, okay. So let's use this. So kindly insert this. Okay. So let's create another set of assets. I'm not sure which is similar. Okay. I think these are similar. I think most of them are similar. Okay, but let's just rerun this. So start and same dates. Okay, daily periodicity. And then let's run this again. I think there's a change here. That is that there's a TM here, SPY and QQQ. I think finished. Okay, we now have these objects. Okay, kindly feedback please if you were able to run. Okay, thank you. Wait for the others. Okay, are the others done? Okay, all right, good, thank you. Okay, now we're interested in getting the getting the prices, okay, from from the assets, and then create an object consisting of, let's say, the closing prices of these several assets or adjusted prices of these several assets. Normally, or the long cut is for us, for example, if I'll do the long cut for this one, I will have to get, for example, I'm going to create MSFT close, okay? And then I'm going to get the closing price of MSFT, okay? And I'm going to replicate this code to all the others. Okay, so just by way of example, AAPL, and then close, alt minus, and then closing AAPL. Let me just illustrate three, and then Intel close, alt minus close INTC. Okay, let me illustrate this. So I'm going to create this Microsoft close, Apple close, Intel close, and I'm going to use the function CL, which will extract the closing prices of these three assets. If I run this, okay, and check, for example, MSFT close, it's an XTS object, okay, consisting of only the closing price of Microsoft, okay? And then if I want to create an object consisting of the closing prices of all these three, so let me MSFT, AAPL, and then Intel, quite a long name, close. So we can just, what can we do, class? We can just, what do you think could be a code for this? Can we use C? Okay, I want you to try. Can we combine MSFT close, Apple close, and Intel close? Is that possible? I'll wait for your confirmation. If we can use C, which is combined. Waiting for your feedback, class. Are we able to create this object, Microsoft, Apple, Intel close, consisting of three columns of MSFT CL, Apple CL, and Intel CL? What did you get, class? Let's try mo, Alvin.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you share your screen, Alvin? Okay lang ba?
Kaso sir parang
Parang,
wait lang po. Ganito lang po yung code na ginawa ko, yung C
sige.
tapos CL po. I just
Okay.
combine.
What
And
did you
then
get? Okay.
and then nag-run naman po siya.
Tingnan nga natin yung ano yung object no XTS object no. What I said was okay, pwede yan ano. Kung i-command mo na closing Microsoft. Let's create another one, Alvin. My question was using yung ginamit natin na yung object yung MSFTCL. Sige, could you try that?
MSFTCL.
Oo.
This one po.
Yeah, oo. Sige nga, try natin yan. Yan pwede talaga yan, no? Yan, sige.
And then yung INTC.
Yan, oo, yan. Sige, try nga natin kung pwede yan.
Pwede pa rin po, sir.
Nag-run din, no? Sige nga.
Opo.
Oo. Kasi dati hindi pa pwede, no? Dati, ano siya yung pang-vector yung C eh. But nag-update na sila, no? So, pwede na, no? If in case hindi siya mag-work, ano dapat yung ginamit natin? Kung hindi nag-work yung C. It could have been C bind, no? Kasi column bind talaga yon.
Okay po.
Try mo C bind, ano. Copy
Sige
mo
po.
na lang, copy mo yan, ano, Alvin, copy mo. Copy, paste mo sa another line para ma-preserve siya. Hindi, palitan mo yung C ng C bind.
Okay po. Ito po.
Bind, oo. Sana preserve mo yung kanina para ano.
Ay, sorry po.
Sige, copy paste mo na lang. Para na-preserve mo yung notes mo.
Sige po, sir. Preserve
Sige.
ko na lang po.
Sige. Okay,
I-preserve ko na lang po sa another line. Tapos ito po. Tapos,
sige. I-run mo na lang yung, sige.
yan. Tapos ito
Okay.
po.
So, nag-run ba siya?
I think, sir,
Yung
this
si Bind,
one.
nag-run, ano? Nag-run din siya, no? Hindi naman nag-error eh, no? Or, pwede mong mag-create ka pa ng another line. Pero hindi mo na sana kinopy yung ano. Kasi na-run mo na yung MSFT, di ba? Parang redundant
Yes
na
po.
siya. Oo, meron na yan eh. So, ano na lang, gawin mong merge. So, pwede ring merge. Para aware tayo na may iba pang, it's not only C bind. Pwede rin natin gamitin yung merge. No? Pag-run, nag-run din yan.
Yes
Okay?
po.
Okay, thank you, Alvin.
Okay po.
Dun sa iba kasi, hindi nag-run yung ano eh. Hindi nagra-run yung ano, yung there were instances na hindi nag-run yung C. Kasi pang ano lang siya, pang scalar lang. Okay? So anyway, sige, so okay na yun, no? Now, however, class, paano kung masyadong marami yan? Di, ang tagal na, mahaba itong ano, itong iisa-isahin natin yan, di ba? Itong MSFT, imagine kung meron tayong ano, 20 to 30 assets that can be unwieldy and time consuming. So let's learn another way. And this is the lapply function. Okay, so ito, kasi medyo mahaba ito, I'm going to share this with you again. Okay, dito muna. I hope ano siya. Kumasya. Kasya. Kulang daw. Kung nakakaano sa ano sa Zoom eh. Masyado siyang masyado siyang kuripot sa pag ano, sa chat. Okay, ito na muna. This first. Sorry ah. So we're now going to yung ano no, yung computing returns. Closing pa lang pala to, no? So hindi pa natin kino-compute yung returns dito. Sorry, let's go back here first, no? I forgot, no? Okay. So I think last time, if you recall, class, naalala nyo tong function na to? Ano nyo nga to? Naalala nyo to? Daily return. Here, class. Daily return. Now, let's try. So, i-merge ko na muna to. Sige. I'll create this first. Hindi ko pa naka-create. C-bind ko. C-bind. Ginawa ni Alvin kanina. Apple. So make sure to create this class kasi gagamitin natin tong object na to and Intel. Yan, okay? So we have this object class which is it will be an object containing the closing prices of these three assets. Okay, ito siya, no? So pwede nating ano ba? Gagawin na lang natin, call names, MSFT, C, APL. Palitan lang natin yung ano class, yung 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 ano yung name ng columns natin. Then I'll see this. Yan. So ito yung mga column names natin. Okay. So let's now use the daily return. Ito natin lagay. Let's create this object, no? MSFT, Apple, Intel, Ret, no? Ret. Okay. If you recall class, ito. Okay, di ba? Yung yan. Daily return. So this is from the quant mode. So ito yung asset natin, di ba? And then either we type arithmetic or pwedeng log type kasi pwedeng arithmetic or log, no? So let's use the log returns and tell me class if we're able to compute for the daily returns. Okay, daily return ng asset natin, MSFT, Apple, Intel close, and then type is equal to ilog natin. Okay. Tell me class if this works. Did this work? Your feedback, please. Waiting for your feedback, class, kung mag-work siya, no? How many assets are we computing? class. How many assets? So, tatlo, no? So, dapat tatlong returns yan, di ba? Kasi iba yung returns si Microsoft, iba yung returns si Intel, iba yung returns si Apple. So, but if you run this class, itong daily return, it will give us a strange, yung strange na answer, no? So, saan na siya? MSFT okay? Sabi ni Giselle, one column, no? One column nga lumabas. Pero bakit one column? Okay? Apparently, it did something, no? And it's up to you to discover ano yung ginawa niya. What we want is a three-column object, no? Kasi tatlo yung assets natin. So, siyempre, may kanya-kanyang ano yan. May kanya-kanyang individual returns yung mga yan, no? So, unless dito class, the daily return will not work for a group of assets. It's only designed, itong quant mo na daily return na to, it's only designed to work for a single asset lang, no? Okay? So, ano yung dapat class? Isin natin to. Copy natin to. Control V. So, instead of using daily return, okay, hindi pa pwede ito. No? So, we can make use from the portfolio analytics. Yan. Portfolio analytics. Merong return dot. Okay. Return. Ay, but portfolio, sorry. Ayan pala. My mistake class. Performance, no? Medyo nag-ahead na ako, ah. Performance analytics. Okay, so ito, tama na to. No? So, pag tinype ko ret, lalabas. Yan. Return that calculate class, this one. Okay, we can make use of the return that calculate. And let's see, return that calculate. Tingnan natin class yung syntax nito. So, enter. And here, so this is coming from the performance analytics package. Okay, so calculate simple or compound returns from prices. So plural to, no? Plural. And ang simple na syntax lang, return that calculate, or pwedeng calculate returns, pareho lang yan. Prices, then method is equal to. Although pwede pang i-amplify yung ano yan by putting in other, wala na, no? Ito, may iba pang mga ano, napakasimple ng ano ng function. Diretso, prices at saka method lang. Sabi dito, method either discrete or log, or pwede rin kunin yung difference. Okay, when you're using return that calculate or calculate returns, capital C, capital R. And then, yung mga method, pareho lang din, discrete at saka log. Okay, so let's do it here. Okay, return that calculate. The object is this one, yung closing prices natin. Okay, tapos log, or we can make use of Control C, Control V. I'll call this one. Okay, and then I'm going to use calculate turn. Okay, they're same. Calculate returns no isa. Ito, return that calculate. Okay? So sige class, kindly try this. And let's see if you're able to create an object that contains all the log returns of your asset. I'm going to wait for your feedback if it worked. Work, okay. Giselle, how about the others? First, ano nangyari? See.
Sir, sorry po.
Sige.
Sir, ano po, nag-error po.
Nag-error, wait ha. Bakit nag-error din ako? Performance Analytics return that calculate. Microsoft, Apple, Intel. Ba't ako nag-error? Unused type is equal to log. Tama naman ah. Ay, sorry, method. Sorry. Okay, my bad. Sorry, it's not type, no? It's method. Method. Okay? So, okay. Method is equal to, yan. Okay na yan. Mali yung syntax natin. Pag mali yung syntax, siyempre, hindi gawin. Method. All right, so this should work already. Yeah, thank you, Giselle. Yes, not type, but method. So Alvin, I think that will run now. So whether you use return that calculate or calculate returns, okay, pareho lang yan. No? If you compare, it will give us the same answer. And, okay, meron siyang mga NA values dito, no? Kasi, ang formula niyan, class, the formula for log returns is log of the price at time t divided by price time t minus 1. Yung price ngayon, divided by yung price kahapon, and then just get the log of that. So that will be your log returns. But we don't have the price prior to January 2. Wala tayo nun, kaya nag-NA siya. Now, we have to remove, pag may mga NAs tayo, class, you have to remove it kasi magkakaproblema yan later on pag nagka-calculate tayo. So for example, no, let me just show you. I'm going to get the mean. From that object, Microsoft underscore Apple, yung return niya, and then $sign, get the, okay, take a look at this. I'm getting the average of yung sa return, yung Microsoft, no? Sinabset ko lang sa Microsoft. Dollar, or you can use brackets. Okay? So if I run that class, that will not work. NA yan. Bakit siya NA? Kasi may NA value si Microsoft. Eh. R could have automatically just ignored the NA, no? Pwede niyang gawin. Ang ginawa niya sana, pwedeng sa syntax niya, dinisregard niya yung NA. But I think this is a better, let's say, better, ano ba yan? Is it a strategy that R did? Kasi it will make you stop and pause. O bakit may NA doon? Okay? Maybe we didn't notice an NA, and if there was an NA, mag-NA siya, magsasabi siya ng message na may mga values sa asset mo which is non-numeric. So in that case, NA. So in order to remove that class, pwede natin ilagay na lang dito. Let me just delete this in performance analytics dito para lumiit lang. I can put here na.omit. Okay. na.omit. So 1. Okay, na.omit 1. Kulang na ako ng isa pa. There. So I'm putting here before the calculate returns yung na.omit so that it will remove the NA object dun saan natin. If I run this, Control Enter, and check yung 1 ang linagyan ko ng omit. Here, so na yung MSFT, this one, 1, no? Okay. You can now see that it has been cleared of the NA. So arrow up, arrow down. Okay. Asan na yung mean ko? Here. Dito return 1. Okay. Kunin ko na yung mean ngayon dun sa return 1 na Microsoft. Okay. And if I run this, control enter, it will now give me an average value for the return. Okay. So let me pause for a while and maybe give you a bit of more time to follow along. Maybe you're completing your codes also. And if you're done, class, kindly please chat yes so that I may continue. Waiting for your feedback, class. Thank you, Giselle. Alvin, thank you. The others, please. Right, thank you. Few more seconds and then let's proceed. Okay, good. Okay, all right. Now, before we can compute this, before we can compute the returns, kailangan meron muna tayong object, di ba? Na merge natin yung mga closing or adjusted prices. It depends on what we want to use. So if we have, for example, this is a set of 12 assets, ba? 12 assets to. And if we want to create an object consisting of all the adjusted prices of this of all these 12 assets, then we will have to do this individually for all the assets. And as I said a while ago, if we're working with a huge number, a big number of assets, for example, 50 assets, and then iisa-isahin natin yan, medyo very unwieldy yung ano yan, yung process, di ba? So let's try to learn how we can, kasi once we are able to collate the either closing prices or adjusted prices into one object, then we can make use of the return that calculate or calculate returns to get all the returns already, right? Mabilis na. Kasi isang function lang yan, no? Return that calculate. For as long as we have this object that consists of consisting all the asset prices. So let's now try to learn. Let's learn now. Let's now go to this one, this list apply. So let me chat. Ito yung kaninang gusto mong i-chat sa inyo. Okay, so let's start with this one first. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Copy na lang natin to, class. Copy na lang natin to. So that we have 12 assets also. Control C. I'm copying it here, no? Control V. And I'm using another name just to distinguish it from the other one. So we have tickers here. I'm creating this object tickers. And then I'm So this is just a character vector. I'm now going to create an object, and this object will be a list. As you know, class, a list is a type of object. It's a data structure that that may have either a vector, a list, data frame. It can take on any type of data structure. Yun ang flexibility ng isang list. No? So here, take a look at this. We're creating a function x. Okay, the x will be based on the tickers, which will be based on this one. Okay, and get symbols. No? Get symbols of x. So what will happen is that mag-get symbol siya. Anong object? Yung x. Yung x yan, naka-base ito sa tickers. And this is tickers. Right? So iisa-isayin niya, one at a time, kukunin yung get symbols. And then, we already have defined yung start at saka yung end. We have that object already. Di ba? Ang from natin, ang start natin, yan, 1998. And ang end natin, 2023. No? Okay? So we identified the beginning date and the ending date, periodicity daily. Okay? And try nga muna natin to, class. So let's try this first. Control Enter. So meron na tayo dapat tickers dito na object here. It's a character vector. And then let's also run this. I'll take note of this. Auto.assign is equal to true. So ibig sabihin nun, mag-create siya MSFT, ang pangalan MSFT. Apple with the name Apple. No? Okay, so let's run this. Let's see if this will run. Control Enter. All right, what happened? Meron na bang my stocks dito? Okay, my stocks. Aso na si my stocks? Okay, ito yung my stocks natin, yung list, di ba? So, what consists of my stocks? Okay, here, plus. Okay, it's a list of 12. Okay, and if we take a look at this class, take note. Oh, list of 12. Hindi siya yung stock prices, di ba? Yan, no? Mga characters lang siya. So, this is not what we want. Gusto natin kasi list ng iba't ibang XTS object. XTS ni Microsoft, XTS ni Apple, XTS ni Intel. Okay, so mali yung code natin, class. It did not work. Kaya ang question ko dito, will this run? Okay, so this should be F. No? False dapat. Okay, it should be false. And then let's run this. Control Enter. And take note now, my stocks, it's also a list of 12, pero when we print this, let's check what's inside my stocks. Wala. Ano nangyari? Okay. Do I have tickers here? Yeah, may tickers tayo, no? And okay, let me run my stocks again. Wait. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tama. So my stocks. There. Okay? Yan na, class. XTS object na siya. Okay, and there are 12 assets. Okay, let me pause for a while and kindly feedback, class. Give me feedback if you're able to to get that MyStocks object, which is a list. L apply. So we're going to apply a particular function and create a list. So that means L apply. Okay, kindly chat please, class, if you were able to get the object MyStocks. Good. Thank you, Alvin. And Giselle, thank you. Let's wait for the others, Shari. Purge, thank you. Mark, okay, thank you. Okay, I hope the others are able to follow. Let's just thank you. All right, so let's go back here, class. So, ito, di ba, tinan nyo? This is, pag double, ano yung class? Pag double na brackets, it's used pag may list ka, no? If you have a list and you're trying to, you would like to subset a particular element in your list. Okay, so ito double. Now, we notice that yung mga elements, no, si 1, this is actually Microsoft. So 6541 by 6. 6541 rows of observation by 6 kasi 6 columns to, di ba? Okay. But before we analyze this further, let's just change these names kasi ano nakakalito, hindi natin alam kung ano yan . Okay, let's run this class. So we're going to use this function. Names ng MyStocks will be, okay, copy natin. You have to change, I'm sorry, you have to change this class. No? Kasi hindi natin baguhin nyo to. Kasi Control C, Control V. 9 lang yata yung kanina, ngayon 12 to it. Alright, so let me run this. So binago ko yung names ng MyStocks. Kung hindi nyo binago yung class, mag-error kasi 12 yung objects natin. Tapos yung name sa MyStocks, 12 yun, di ba? Tapos yung kanina 9 lang yun, so mag-error siya. Okay, so again, let me see MyStocks. Yan, nabago na yung pangalan na. So this is more, this is better kasi kita natin kung ano yung asset ko. Okay, so now, we now have an object which is a list, which is MyStocks. Ang problema nito, class, si Tesla, si QQQ, si GS, they were not yet listed dun sa stock exchange as early as 1998. So, magkakaano tayo dito? Pag kinuha natin, for example, yung adjusted price ni Tesla from 1998, magkaka-NA tayo, no? Magkaka-NA tayo kasi wala siya pa siyang prices. Ganon din si GS din. So there will be assets na may mga missing values. Ganon din si QQQ. So what we do, class, is let's change the date para okay, ito. So let me share this with you. Baguhin ko na bago ko i-share sa inyo para Control C. I-rerun na lang natin to. Actually, we could have changed the one above. And then, okay. Okay na pala to, class. Ito na lang. Ito na lang. I'll just share this with you. Para may babaguhin pa tayo dito. Control C. So, baguhin na natin yung date to make it later para lahat kompleto yung dates. And then, we have to change the assets, labing dalawa. Control C, yung names nila. Baguhin natin dito, class, please. Control there. Okay, so what are we doing now? Let's rerun my stocks, but this time yung get symbols natin from 2016 to 2023. That way, si GS listed na at that time, ganun din si Tesla, no? Pati si QQQ. So wala nang problema sa mga missing values. So let's run this. Mali dito. Ay, dalawa. Okay. All right. I'm going to run this. Ang binago lang natin dito yung from natin. And then view natin to class. Take note lahat. 2012 na lahat. 2012 rows of observations by 6 columns. Okay? So, wala tayong missing values dito. All the assets, all the stocks are complete from 2016 up to 2023. Okay, with that now, okay, ito I want you to type this class. Let's create now a list again. No? Mag-L apply ulit tayo. So let's create this object prices. Gamitin mo natin adjusted, no? AD naman. Adjusted, ito AD. So, right? So what's happening here? Prices adjusted. I'm going to use L apply. Anong gagawin kong list class? From the my stocks, di ba si my stocks list yan. Ang kunin lang natin yung mga adjusted prices. Okay. Take note si my stocks. 6 columns ang bawat isa niyan, di ba? So open, high, low, close, volume, and then adjusted. Ito, kunin natin si my stocks and then yung adjusted lang. Okay? So let's run this. Run. Okay, and I'm going to look at ito, no? Ginu niya si prices adjusted. Take note, 2012 by 1. Yan. So naging isang column na lang. And this now contains the adjusted prices. Okay? So quickly we were able to create a list of all the assets with their 6 columns. And then in-extract lang natin yung isang column doon. Okay, so for example, sa Microsoft, ito, 2012 by 1 na siya. 2012 rows of observation by 1 column. Okay, and it's an XTS object. Okay. And then if we get the class of this object prices, it's a list. Okay, let me pause once again for a while and ask for your feedback if you're able to follow. A question for your feedback, class? Okay, thank you, Giselle. About the others? you, shall we? Okay, good. All right, that's great. So you can see class the okay the say the functionality of the lapply. Mag-create siya ng list, and we know that a list may contain several types of objects, and then we can use the lapply to another list to extract something from that, which we did here. So what do we now have? We now have a list, but we don't need a list. We need an object. We want an object which contains all the prices, adjusted prices coming from our 12 assets. So this is where the do that call comes in. Okay, so let me share this with you. And I'm not going to share with you the code. I want you to write it, just the notes here. Okay, so we can now use the do that call function. Okay, so what does this function do? It executes a function call. Okay, so do means to perform. Okay, and then call means you're asking R to do a particular function. So this is how it goes. No? Okay, so let's change this. This is add AD. So I'm creating now this object called prices, and I'm using do that call. Okay, what will be the function? It would be to merge. Merge what? This object, prices underscore add. Take note that this prices underscore add is a list of objects. It's a 2012 by 1. Okay, by 1 object consisting of the close adjusted prices of each of the asset. Okay, so if I run this and I view the prices and get the class, okay, the class of prices will now be no longer a list. Okay, kasi minerge natin yung mga object doon, ano? It will now be whatever the type of data the adjusted prices are. Okay, so if I run this, and then if I view it, you now see here, adjusted prices na siya. Adjusted prices na siya. Okay? All right, and then if we take a look at the class, so it's an XTS object. And maybe let's change the call names of prices. Stickers. So our prices have these call names. Okay. Let's change it into, just to remove the adjusted. Okay. Here, I said that name the column names as stickers. Stickers have the, ano ba yung laman ng stickers, if you recall? This one, right? Okay, so let's see the prices now. Okay. Natanggal yung adjusted kasi ang haba ng adjusted. Okay. All right. So again, may I are you able to follow, class? Okay, good. Now, since we already have this object called prices, and prices consist of the prices of these 12 assets, then we may now make use of control. Okay, we may now use the return that calculate or calculate returns, right? So prices, I just named it prices ret, prices returns, alt minus, and then calculate returns. So it's prices and method is equal to log. And that's NA dot omit. There. So we're now able to generate the returns of a portfolio of assets very quickly. So from making use of L-apply to the get symbols, we combine L-apply with get symbols to generate an object which is a list consisting of all the items from the generated by the get symbols, the 6 columns. And then we also extracted using L-apply also either the closing or adjusted depending on what you need. And then from there, we did the do that call. Okay, merge and then define the asset. So there were 3 steps that we did. And this is the 4th step, which is the prices returns. And just do this also. And all of these now are returns. Okay. Questions, class, so far? Feedback, please, if it's okay so far. Are we clear? Are we able to follow along? Am I going too fast or am I going too slow?
Sir,
Yes.
question po.
Sure,
I'm
sure.
just curious lang po about sa returns. Naka-express po ba siya in percentage or just decimal point po?
Decimal lang yan, no?
Okay po.
Kung gusto yung percent, di pwede natin gawin na na na.omit. Okay, pwede natin lagay dito. Calculate returns. And then, kung gusto natin decimal, then times
Times 100.
times 100 lang, no? Tingnan natin to, ha? Okay. So 1, 2. So to. Tama ba? 1, 2. Ay, sobra na. Tama na yun. Okay, so run natin to. And these are now in percent, no? So in percent na siya. Okay, maliliit lang.
Thank you, sir.
May malaki, mga 3. So mga daily returns lang to eh. Hindi naman masyado yung movement talagang ano. Unless may mga extraordinary events, no? But usually mga daily returns, day by day, it's not really that big. Okay, good. Thank you for that question. Any other questions? Before we go to yung qmao, and then we have a break, and then we go to the masimulan natin yung technical trading rules. All right, so let's now go to, ito yung sabi natin, di ba? You cannot use the quant mode functions like daily return, period return, etc. We can't use that kasi they're only for univariate for single assets lang. Okay, so let's now go here. There's another way, and this is very important for us to learn kasi this really let's say really makes efficient the whole process. Kasi kanina dun sa list apply, although mabilis na yun, kasi if you compare that with getting the closing or adjusted price individually for all those 12 assets, and then column bind or merge them, diba? And then saka lang natin makukuha yung returns. The easier way was to use lapply, di ba? Mas mabilis yun kaysa yung individually getting the adjusted prices or closing prices. List apply natin to get the objects using get symbols, and then list apply ulit to get whatever yung adjusted or closing, and then finally do that call. Okay, and then yung returns. Bali, four sets din yun. 4 steps. Okay, pero class, merong isang function making use of the qmao package. So that's what we're going to ito class. So kanina hindi nag-install ano. So try muna natin. Okay. Let's get it from DevTools. Ito. Try muna natin to. So make sure that you have installed 2 ways yung nilalagay ko dito, no? So let's try first the first one. Okay. So this one, check nyo muna kung may DevTools kayo dito sa packages. Check the packages. Pane natin, check DevTools. Yan. So dapat meron kayo class, no? Kung wala class, i-install nyo muna. Ito yan, no? I-comment out nyo na lang. And then, i-library nyo. Tapos, pero I'm surprised why it's not loading in your case. It's not installing in your case. Kasi, with my other students, nag-load yung QMAO. If not, let's get it from the repo, yung repository niya. It's from here, no? Yung source ng ano na yan, source ng package na yan, si QMAO. Try nyo muna ulit class, mag-install that package as QMAO. If it doesn't, then try natin to. Comment out nyo si install that packages and then i-require nyo si DevTools. Kailangan natin yan dito. Okay. First, install that packages. Okay. Kukunin dun sa sa repository dito sa rforge, rproject.org. And then install natin. Okay. Use this function install _ GitHub. Okay. And then gc/qmao. So could you kindly run this first? Sana mag-ano na. Sana mag-run na, please. And please give comments.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir. Hello,
Yes, Ferdy.
good evening. Sir, install mo na po ba yung DevTools po?
Oh, install nyo muna, no? Kasi kailangan DevTools para dito sa sa install GitHub. So check nyo muna kung may DevTools kayo. Kung meron na, then require na lang or library yan. If not, then you have to run this. I-comment out nyo muna yan. And then I'll wait for your feedback. I hope you're able to install and load quant mode. While you're doing that, I'm going to share in the chat box. In the chat box, I'm going to share a few notes and then one code. Okay, and then in the interest of time, we're going to change some of the codes here. Okay. Before we run this, let me know, class, if you were able to get already the qmao package. If not, let's do this. No, that will serve as your assignment. Please, uh, please really kung ano, try to research also kung bakit nagkaka-problem sa ano nyo, sa sa in your case, and try to see remedies for that. Although ang alam ko, these are already remedies, the one that but it's possible that there's an update as the location. But it ran with the others, so ibig sabihin nun, nakuha nila dun sa ano, sa repository ng qmao. Okay? May I have, class, a show of hands, ano na lang, kung yes or no lang, class, please, kung nakuha nyo na. Okay, Ferdy is okay na. Okay. Giselle, Richard, okay. Si Alvin hindi pa. Okay, the others. Si Mark okay na. Si Lazit okay na. Okay, Kara okay na. Okay. Alvin, I hope you don't mind me explaining the code, no? Okay, kahit hindi muna maran, ang importante may
As,
may code ka na. And
okay
then
po, sir.
when that runs, i-ano natin, ha, para hindi tayo ma-bog down dito sa ano, ha. Okay lang, Alvin?
Okay lang po, sir.
Okay, sige. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make use of the quant mode add-on. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng qmao, quant mode add-on. We're going to make use of two functions, make price frame, aka PF, or make return frame, aka RF. So first, we need to get, ito kailangan muna, no, get symbols. Kailangan muna natin na, unlike dun sa L-apply, kinombine natin yung L-apply at saka get symbols. Dito, we have to get symbols, no? Okay, tapos auto.assign, syempre auto.assign is equal to true, which means we're going to generate now the 12 objects. Although meron na tayo, no? Inuulit ko lang to. So this get symbols will generate now 12 assets, XCS objects. Auto.assign is equal to true. Ibig sabihin may mga pangalan sila ng Microsoft, etc. Okay, so if I run this, okay, so it will generate yung 12 objects natin dito sa ilalim. Yan, no? Okay, signifying that these objects are now, whatever object a while ago, yung Microsoft, in-overwrite na nito. Okay, but anyway, pareho lang naman siya kasi 2016-0101. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, so meron na tayong Microsoft, iba-ibang objects yan, di ba? Iba-ibang objects. What we did a while ago was to get the, let's say, create an object, Microsoft CL, and then CL, MSFT. So 12 ganon. Itong, class, itong make price frame, so, let's make this, ito tickers to, di ba? Tickers. Okay, make price frame. Okay, let me, yung tickers natin. Okay, so dapat existing na tong no? Yung mga pangalan na to, kunyari Microsoft, from to, ang preference natin adjusted, na.omit is equal to true, silent is equal to true. Okay, I share this in chat. It's okay, Richard. So I share this this code with you already. So ito, class, make price frame. Okay, so gagawa na siya mismo diretso ng price frame. Ang kukunin yung mga adjusted prices. Tapos pwede siya pag mag-subset. Okay, so, palitan natin to, class. Gawin natin 2020. Di ba yung object natin na Microsoft, etc. dun sa ticker symbol from 2016 yan, no? Ito, gawin lang natin from 2020. So, kukuha lang na siya ng subset doon. And then, i-view natin yung price frame na yan. Okay, nag-error siya. Ba't siya nag-error? Okay, no data in the global environment. So hindi to pwedeng tickers na to. So yung kanina, Control Z, Control Z ko lang, no? Ito. So let me copy kailangan i-define yung ano, yung mga assets. Hindi pa pwedeng tickers. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Saan yung tickers natin? Let me copy that. Where are my tickers? Oh, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. This one. So I'll change my PF. This one. Yung CPF ko. Okay. So let's do this first. Dapat dito. Okay. So it's coming from the qmao package. I'm creating a PF price frame. Okay, the function is make price frame. And price frame ng ano of our assets here are 12 assets. And then ipareho muna natin yung time, yung date. Okay, ang preference natin, hindi yung closing adjusted. Okay, so let's run this. Oh, ano naman nangyari? Wait. Let me see this in person. I just make sure of this. Okay, so my GSPC. No error niya. Okay. Minsan nag-error to eh. Tanggalin ko yung caret. Let me see. Okay. Ayaw niya yung may caret dun sa ano. Okay. Alright, class, take a look at this. No? So tanggalin niyo yung caret dun sa GSPC. So I'm using make price frame. Take note that we have this objects, yung 12 objects na Microsoft, Apple, etc. Tapos ang sabi ko, instead of creating one by one, yung Microsoft, closing, etc., etc., pwede natin gamitin si make price frame. Identify the assets, specify yung from at saka to, and then prefer adjusted. And a.omit is equal to true, silent is equal to true. Okay, so let me try to change this. No? 2020. Pwede bang subset lang nitong mga ano na to? Ira natin to. Okay. Hanggang 2020. Yan, 2022. So, pwede. Yan. So, what's the advantage of this? Instead of creating one by one, yung mga object natin, yung illustrate natin kanina, ito, yung make price frame, diretso na, di ba? Right? Diretso na. So, ito din, or, yung shortcut niyang class, PF lang. Same thing. And then, sige, gawin ko rin itong 2020. And I'll call this PF1. And view PF1. Okay. So, ginamit ko si PF, which is make price frame din. Shortcut lang siya. Pareho lang siya, class. And that's coming from quant mode. So, it will also generate the adjusted, an object containing the adjusted prices of all these 12 objects. No? So, we just, this line, one line of code, nakuha nila lahat. No? So, kung 50 assets yan, ganun pa rin. Make price frame pa rin. I-identify lang natin yung mga assets na gusto natin kunan. Then yung from at saka yung to. Then run ko. Same thing. Yan. Same thing din class. And how about this class? What if ayoko ng returns. Gusto ko diretso na ng ano. Copy ko rin ulit yung ano. Gusto ko hindi na prices, diretso na ako ng returns. Okay? I want now to get the returns. And what type of returns? Continuous. Ito yung log returns. No? So adjusted price pa rin. So same thing here. Ang papalitan lang natin hindi may make price frame. We will make it make return frame. Okay? Type is equal to continuous. Kung gusto natin na arithmetic, type is equal to discrete. All right, so I'm creating this object RF. Okay, so if I run this, na-share ko na to, yung RF na to, no, class? Na-share ko na, no, right? Have I, class? Have I shared this with you? Class? This one? Not yet? Okay, sorry. So this one, yung dalawa. Okay, so we're creating this object now, RF. Return frame na to. Continuous return. Now, interestingly, I don't know why, kahit nalagay mo dito na.omit is equal to true, okay, hindi niya i-omit yung na yan. In this case, I haven't resolved this yet, no? Maybe you'd like to help also research on why pag linagay natin na na.omit is equal to true, nasa syntax to if you check the syntax ng make return frame. Okay, so let me run this and uy, ano nangyari dito? GSPC na naman. Okay, run this. Okay, ito yung return frame, yan. And may NA pa rin siya, no? Hindi natanggal. Okay, and of course you can make this as if I make here yung na.omit, dito ko ilalagay na.omit tapos isasarado ko to. Let's see if this will work. Although kasi sa syntax niya pwedeng na.omit din. So I'm so there, nag-work na siya, no? Nung nilagay natin dun sa pre-posted dito yung na.omit. Despite the fact na may na.omit na dito. Okay, or pwedeng subset, no? Ganito. And also, class, ito. So I'm going to copy this one. So see, para pareho. Okay, same thing, 2020. And just use the RF function. Itong RF na to. And maybe we can put here na.omit. Okay. And then if we want it to be in percentage times 100, see? Okay. Ginawa natin percentage in percentage. Tatanggalin ko na to. Comment out ko na lang to. And I'll make this RF1 to preserve the other one, RF1. Okay. So if I run this, pwede yung buo na kasi naka-comment out naman tong -1 na to. Okay, there you go. Naka-percentage na siya. Okay. Ito yung RF kanina. Okay. $1.2. Tama. Okay, so the intent of marami pa ibang functionalities discussing qmao. But what I wanted to illustrate here was that yung making use of the PF and the RF function. So in fact, pwede na tayong pwede nating hindi gawin yung PF. If we're just interested in the returns, pwede nang diretsong RF. Kasi kanina, how did we generate the RF? Kailangan meron tayong object na nung prices, di ba? Kasi kailangan natin yun para sa return that calculate or calculate returns. The object has to be the prices. Eh kung wala tayong ganong object, hindi natin magagamit si return that calculate. So this is a shortcut already. You can make use of the make return frame or RF function. Just identify the assets and dapat yung assets naka-load na, no? Tapos we can subset. Kung assets natin from 1998, we can make it from 2020, no? Yung start, tsaka yung end. Okay? All right, any questions? Were you able to follow along? Kindly chat, please. Okay, good. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.